Good morning, Floss Tube. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is Thursday. It's the 7th of January, and this is Chart of the Day video number 99. Welcome. How are you? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had good holidays. Yesterday was kind of a shit show. That's all I'm going to say about it. But I hope you're all doing well and being safe and taking care of yourselves. Today is a kind of gloomy, doomy day out. It's cloudy. It's cold. We had some precipitation yesterday. So I thought I would do a spring chart for your chart of the day today. But let us chat about pineapple on pizza, which was the question of the day from the last Chart of the Day video. And it seems like most of you don't mind pineapple on your pizza. So I'm not the only person that didn't, but the vast majority of you enjoy it on your pizza, which surprised me. I should ask about anchovies and see how many of you like that, but I'm not going to. Not today. That is not the question of the day for today. Today, the question of the day for today is going to delve into deep, dark secrets. So be prepared. Let's see. Do I have anything I want to talk about before the chart of the day? Didn't get any sleep last night. I have had a little problem with shutting off the music in my head lately, and it's kind of Dan's fault. A year ago for Christmas, I had asked for new speakers for my very, very, very old sound system. I have an old Pioneer receiver and CD player, and haven't been able to play my CDs because the speakers got bad and they sounded terrible. And so last year I'd asked for new speakers for Christmas. I got new speakers, but they weren't compatible with my old system. So and no one ever bothered to return them and replace them. So I still wasn't able to play my CDs. So this year I asked for a Bose CD player, you know, with the speakers all in it. Mine's sitting on my file cabinet next to my stitching chair, so I could play my CDs. And of course Melanie said, well, why don't you just listen to your CDs on Spotify or something? And I'm like, because not all of my CDs would be on Spotify. A lot of my favorites that I like to listen to while I'm reading are some of those that, you know, they used to have. I don't know if they still do, but they used to have the kiosk in Target where you could go and listen to instrumental music, you know, Summer Rain or Fall Splendor, or, you know, and it's just instrumental music with maybe birds chirping or water sounds in the background, and I find those to be very relaxing while I'm reading. So I wanted some way to play my CDs. So he got me that for Christmas. I was surprised, but that's what he gave me for Christmas. And so I've been listening to my music, my CDs, you know, like Gordon Lightfoot and Kathy Mattea and Neil Diamond and Travis Tritt, and all of these songs just are stuck in my head now, like Neil Diamond's September Morn. That part of the song just keeps going over and over and over in my head. It's good music, and I'm really enjoying listening to it again, but God, I can't get it out of my head. It just plays over and over. And last night I could not. I tried. Usually when I have problems sleeping, I decorate rooms in my head. That did not help last night. So I was awake pretty much all night. So if I look tired, that's why. Dan is doing well. Some of you may know his father passed away from COVID on New Year's Day. Dan did get to see him before he passed. In fact, he spent quite a lot of time in the COVID unit, so he's quarantining in our basement for the most part. When you live in the same house, it's really hard to keep totally separate. There's not a refrigerator down there, so he has to come up if he wants pop or something when I'm not there. I try and make his meals and take it down and leave it on the steps for him, but sometimes he just has to come upstairs. So I decided that I wanted to be extra special safe, so I'm not letting anyone in the shop this week, so it's curbside only this week, and not that it's really been an issue because it's been quiet. But he's doing fine. He's lonely. I feel bad for him grieving without, I'm not there to hug him or anything else, so I feel bad about that. I'm worried about his mom, who's never lived on her own before. So I'm worried about her. But so far everyone seems to be doing okay. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers and condolences and sympathies, and I have passed them all on to Dan, and he appreciates them very much. So that has gone on, and otherwise not much new. Amy and Emily are doing well. They're looking into housing here in Omaha, even though it's a little early for that. They won't be able to move until August, so but they're looking at what they can find and how much it runs, and figuring out what they need to have in a house. Abby and Travis are doing well. Reese has been struggling with yeast infections. She had thrush, and it was all throughout her system, so she's still, the thrush is gone, but she's still got a yeast problem on her bum. So she was at the doctor again this morning. Adam, Marcia, and the girls are doing well. They miss Grandpa, so they've video chatted with him a couple of times, but it's not the same as playing Barbies with Grandpa in person. And Melanie and family are doing okay. So that's my update on the family. Let's talk about a chart of the day for today, which, since it's a cloudy, gloomy, doomy day, I wanted to focus on spring. So I chose Celebrate Spring from Madame Chantilly. It's this cute little tray. The colors are very soft. I just thought it was an adorable little chart for spring. Here are the colors. Let me see if I can get a plain sheet of paper here. There. There's the colors. All DMC. Very soft palette. Very spring-like. Most of the fabrics I chose are, well, not most, all of them are very, very pastel, very light in color, because it's spring and it should be light and bright. This is a color called Seaside. It's a 16 count Aida from Stephanie. It's kind of a light bluish, greenish color, but I thought it would be very pretty with these soft spring colors on it. Don't have a ton of it, but it's very pretty. I really like that one. This is Platinum. It's 36 count. Hold up a smaller piece of it than the huge piece I had. Okay. So there's Platinum. Now there is white floss in this. but I think it will still show up enough. I think that would make for a very pretty one. That's 36 count. This is 32 count light mocha. So if you want just a neutral, this would be a good one because it is light in color. The only DMC I'm missing is 3371, so this is molasses. Because I don't know, I keep ordering it, but it never comes in. This is 32 count. It's called Winter Moon. It's a Zweigart fabric. It kind of looks like cream to me, but it's called Winter Moon, so we're going to go with that. This is a Jobelin Water Lily, 28 count, and it's kind of a light green, which I think is very pretty. And last but not least, this is, I believe, 40 count Tycho, which has a lot of yellow in it. Now, I've got just a tiny piece of, I think it's 32 count Tycho, and it's not yellow at all. This particular batch came in fairly yellow, and it's really pretty with these colors on it. This would be my choice if I were going to do it. Open that up a little more. So you can see there is modeling to it. It's got a little bit of greenish in it, and some yellow and some white. And that would be very pretty. So there's your springtime chart of the day. Now that we're done with the holidays, I am eagerly looking forward to spring. I'm ready to be back out on my deck. I'm ready to not be wearing triple layers. I'm ready for my feet to not be cold all the time. But anyway, question of the day for today. I was looking in my house for some batteries, and which meant I had to go to my kitchen junk drawer to find them. And after digging around for 10 minutes in that mess, I decided maybe we didn't have any batteries. So I was just curious. My junk drawer is a mess. It's like there's no organization to it whatsoever. My mother's kitchen junk drawer was always very organized. Had little slots, and she kept it all neat and tidy. And so my question to you is, do you A, have a junk drawer in your kitchen? And B, is it truly a junk drawer like mine, or is it an organized junk drawer like my mother's? It needs to be on my list of cleaning out, I can tell you that much, especially if we ever decide to get the kitchen done, which we're still hunting for a contractor, so I'm not holding my breath. We just kind of quit over the holidays because everyone was busy, and now Dan's quarantining, so even if we found one, then we wouldn't let him come to the house anyway. So we'll get back to it at some point, whenever. That's all I have that's important, I guess. It, like I said, has been very quiet here. Lori's not here because, of course, quarantining. I'm going to put away all the Christmas charts today and drag something else out. I haven't decided what. Probably I'll put out some Valentine's and maybe some spring charts. And other than that, I ordered frames yesterday, and probably a good half of them were back ordered. So COVID is doing a number on getting the frames. That's all I have. I wish I had more interesting, exciting things to let you know. Not out of the stash. The 25/7 challenge is going well. We're now up to 69 people the last time I checked. People are getting their stitching done every day, which is amazing. It is just the first week, so as it goes on, the challenge will be to continue. Progress is being made by everybody. Most are working on it a little bit more than 25 stitches. I'm averaging probably about 50 stitches a day on mine. Sometimes more if I have to rip out and put them back in, which has happened numerous times. I keep getting knots on the back side that I'm not catching. And, you know, I think I'd rather take them out than leave them in, so I unstitch everything. And usually it's at the very beginning, of course. So, but it's going well. I think everyone is enjoying it. We're having some good conversations on the Facebook group. Band samplers coming along. Finished the second decorative band. Started the words. I hate words. I hate stitching words. I mean, they're quick, they're easy, but I don't know. I find them very boring, and I don't like to do them. So I stitched last night on it, but I didn't the night before. I just sat and watched some TV. Dan and I were watching Bridgerton before things went down, and so I'm waiting for him to finish so we can watch it together. Good show if you haven't watched it. It's a good show. You should watch. And he is very easy on the eyes. I've been watching a lot of true crime things on YouTube. Finished watching the Hoarding House Curiosity Inc. I don't know if I've mentioned. I know I mentioned it to the gals on Zoom. There's a YouTube channel called Curiosity Incorporated, and lives up in Canada. He's got owns an antique shop, and sometimes he buys like entire estates, and he bought a hoarder estate a couple of weeks ago, and so he's been cleaning out that house, and it was just interesting the things that he found, and sad at the same time that this poor lady lived that way. She had no family left. I don't know if family can intervene in a hoarding situation or not, but it was just sad. She lived there till she passed, and it was kind of sad, but it was interesting also to see everything that was in that house. So if you like that kind of thing, check it out. That's all I've been doing. Doing some reading. So I guess I have wasted enough of your time, and I will let you go. Hopefully see you this weekend sometime. You take care. Until then, get some stitching done. Bye.